What if you could plant a garden that takes care of itself, producing a delicious harvest year after year with little to no effort? Imagine the freedom of never having to buy seeds or seedlings for your favorite crops again, saving you time, money, and a whole lot of work. That's the magic of perennial gardening, creating a truly timeless food source that gives back to you season after season. In this video, I'm going to show you 9 incredible perennial crops that you can plant once and harvest forever. From the tangy stalks of rhubarb to the sweet bounty of blueberries, these plants are the ultimate game changers for any gardener, whether you have a small backyard or a sprawling homestead. Welcome back to Timeless Gardening. If you're ready to learn the secrets to a more effortless and bountiful garden, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Let's get started. Number 1. We'll start our journey with the king of the perennial vegetables, asparagus. While it's known for being a bit of a commitment, it is absolutely worth the wait. An asparagus bed, once established, can produce a harvest for 15, 20, or even 30 years. It's a true long-term investment that keeps on giving. The key to a successful asparagus patch is planting. You'll want to start with 1-year-old dormant roots, known as crowns. Plant them in a trench about 8 inches deep, with the roots spread out. As the shoots grow, you'll gradually backfill the trench with soil until it's level with the garden bed. This deep planting encourages the development of a robust root system. Now for the patience part. For the first 2 years, you won't harvest anything. You'll let the shoots grow into tall ferny fronds. This foliage is what allows the plant to build up the energy it needs to produce a bountiful harvest in future years. It's a crucial step that you can't skip. By the 3rd spring, you'll be rewarded with those delicious succulent spears. You can harvest them for about 6 to 8 weeks, snapping them off at the base when they are about the thickness of your finger. After the harvest period, you let the ferns grow again to recharge the plants for the next season. The process is simple, but the payoff is immense. You'll be enjoying fresh, homegrown asparagus for decades to come. Number 2. Next up is a beloved garden classic that many of us associate with pies and crumbles: rhubarb. This plant is a true powerhouse of the perennial garden. It emerges in the early spring, with massive beautiful leaves and thick colorful stalks, often in shades of deep red or vibrant green. Its presence in the garden is a sure sign that spring has officially arrived, and it's often one of the first things you can harvest. Now a very important safety note about rhubarb. While the stalks are a culinary delight, the large leaves contain high levels of oxalic acid and are poisonous, so you must never eat the leaves. They should be cut off and discarded. Only the stalks are safe for consumption, and they are best known for their incredibly tart flavor, which pairs perfectly with sugar and other fruits in everything from sauces to jellies. Rhubarb is incredibly cold hardy and thrives in cooler climates. It actually requires a period of cold dormancy to produce its best stalks. Plant it in a spot with full sun and rich, well-drained soil. Just like asparagus, you'll plant it from a crown, which is essentially the dormant root system. Dig a generous hole, make sure the crown sits properly, and water it in well. Once it's established, rhubarb is incredibly low maintenance. You can give it a yearly dose of compost or well-rotted manure, and it will keep on giving. When it's time to harvest, you don't want to cut the stalks. Instead, you harvest by pulling and twisting them at the base of the plant. This method encourages new growth and helps prevent disease. You'll want to harvest the thicker, more mature stalks from the outside of the plant, leaving the smaller ones in the center to continue growing. In its first year, you'll want to be very gentle and only take a stalk or 2, if any at all. This gives the plant a chance to establish a strong root system. By the 2nd or 3rd year, your rhubarb plant will be a producing machine, and a single well-cared-for plant can be a source of rhubarb for well over 2 decades. It's truly a legacy plant for your garden. Number 3. Now for a vegetable that is as quirky as its name suggests: the Egyptian walking onion. This is a plant that truly earns its place on our list, because it takes the idea of planting once to an entirely new level. It literally plants itself for you. The Egyptian walking onion is a fascinating perennial that forms a clump of green onion-like stalks. But what makes it so unique is what happens at the top of those stalks. Instead of flowering, they form clusters of small baby onions, known as bulbils. As these bulbils mature and gain weight, they cause the stalk to bend over toward the ground. Once they touch the soil, they take root and start a brand new onion plant. This process makes it look as though the plant is walking across your garden, which is where it gets its name. Planting them couldn't be simpler. You can start with a bulbil, or an established small bulb, and it will quickly grow into a clump of greens. These plants are incredibly tough and resilient. They are tolerant of a wide range of soil conditions, and are virtually pest and disease-free. Once you've planted them, your job is basically done. They are the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it crop. When it comes to harvesting, you have a couple of options. You can snip the green tops at any time, and use them just like you would with chives, or green onions for a mild onion flavor. Or you can harvest the bulbils at the top of the stalk, which are excellent for pickling or eating fresh. And of course you can always dig up the main bulbs at the base of the plant to use in cooking, but be sure to leave some behind, so the plant can continue its walking journey. The beauty of this plant is that it continues to multiply on its own, so you'll have an ever-expanding supply of onions, without any work on your part. It's a low-maintenance wonder that will provide you with a harvest for as long as you'd like. Number 4. Now we're moving from perennial vegetables to a world of endless fragrance and flavor, perennial herbs. And the first one on our list is a must-have for any garden, big or small. This is the humble yet incredibly versatile chive. Chives are one of the easiest perennials to grow. They form neat tidy clumps of hollow, grass-like leaves that have a delicious mild onion flavor. Unlike some other herbs that can take over a garden, chives are very well behaved. They stay exactly where you plant them, making them a fantastic choice for borders, garden edging, or containers. What makes chives so special is that they are a plant of two harvests. You have the green leaves, of course, which you can snip and use to garnish everything from baked potatoes to scrambled eggs. But in the late spring and early summer, they produce beautiful globe-shaped purple flowers. These blossoms aren't just pretty, they are also edible, and have a delicate onion flavor. You can use them to add a pop of color to salads, or steep them in white vinegar, to create a beautiful pink-hued chive vinegar. And as a bonus, those flowers are a major favorite of pollinators, like bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds. When it comes to planting and care, chives are incredibly forgiving. They're very cold-hardy, surviving even the harshest winters, and they will pop back up year after year without fail. They do best in full sun but will happily grow in partial shade. To harvest, just grab a pair of scissors and snip off the leaves as you need them. It's best to cut from the outside of the clump to encourage new growth from the center. This continuous harvesting actually keeps the plant producing fresh, tender leaves all season long. Every few years your chive clump will get quite large, and that's your cue to dig it up, divide it into smaller sections, and plant those new sections elsewhere. It's a fantastic way to multiply your own plants and share them with friends, proving once again that with just one small plant, you can create a timeless source of food. Number 5. Now for an herb that's famous for its versatility and its ability to get a little too comfortable in the garden. This is mint. Mint is a kitchen staple, known for its refreshing flavor and its many uses in drinks, desserts, and savory dishes. But before you rush to plant it in the ground, there is one golden rule you absolutely must follow to ensure your timeless garden remains a harmonious space. Mint is an incredibly aggressive spreader. It sends out long underground runners, or stolons, that will quickly colonize your entire garden bed, popping up in the middle of your vegetables and smothering other plants. To avoid this, you must plant mint in a container. This is the single most important piece of advice I can give you about this plant. Whether it's a pot on your patio, a planter box, or even an old bucket, keeping it contained is the key to a happy and healthy garden. As long as you give it its own space, it will be a wonderful and productive plant for years to come. Once contained, mint is an easy and forgiving herb to grow. It's happy in both full sun and partial shade, and a single plant will grow into a thick, bushy perennial that provides a continuous harvest. There are dozens of varieties to choose from, each with its own unique aroma, like peppermint, spearmint, chocolate mint, or even a citrusy orange mint. Harvesting is simple. Just snip the stems whenever you need them. The more you harvest, the bushier the plant will become, so you'll always have a fresh supply. Use it to make a cooling glass of mint iced tea, muddle it for a refreshing mojito, or add a handful to a fruit salad. Its uses are endless, and you'll love having a constant free supply of this fragrant herb just steps from your kitchen door. As long as you keep it in its place, one small mint plant can provide you with a lifetime of harvests. Number 6. Our next perennial herb is a true workhorse of the garden, a plant that combines beauty with incredible functionality. This is thyme. With its tiny fragrant leaves and low spreading habit, thyme is a fantastic culinary herb that also serves as a beautiful and aromatic ground cover. Originating from the Mediterranean, thyme absolutely loves two things: full sun and well-drained soil. It thrives in locations where many other plants might struggle, like hot rocky areas or along garden paths. Once it's established, it's incredibly drought tolerant, meaning you can basically plant it and forget about it. It's also surprisingly cold hardy, so it will endure winter and bounce back with fresh new growth in the spring. The beauty of thyme is that you can harvest it throughout the growing season. Simply snip off the stems with a pair of scissors whenever you need some. The more you harvest, the bushier the plant becomes, encouraging fresh, tender growth. While the leaves have the most flavor before the plant flowers, the small blossoms are also edible and have a slightly milder taste. They are also a magnet for bees, attracting beneficial pollinators to your garden. Thyme is an incredibly long-lived plant, but a little bit of maintenance can ensure it stays productive for many, many years. After it flowers, give it a light trim to prevent it from getting too woody, and to encourage more new growth. This simple step will keep your thyme plant compact and flavorful. Whether you're using it to flavor roasted chicken, soups, or stews, or simply enjoying its evergreen beauty as a ground cover, a single thyme plant will be a source of both food and fragrance in your garden for a lifetime. Number 7. Now we're moving on to the sweet side of the garden, where perennial plants give us the gift of fresh, delicious fruits. And what better place to start than with the most beloved berry of all, the strawberry. There is simply no comparison between a store-bought strawberry and a warm sun-ripened one picked fresh from your own garden. And the best part, once you plant them, they'll come back year after year, and they'll even make new plants for you. When you're choosing which strawberries to plant, you have a couple of different options. There are June-bearing varieties, which produce a single large crop over a few weeks in early summer. This is perfect if you want to make a big batch of jam or freeze berries for later. Then there are ever-bearing, or day-neutral varieties, which produce a smaller but continuous harvest from spring all the way through to the first frost. The choice is yours, but either way, you're in for a treat. Strawberries are low-growing plants that love a spot with at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. They thrive in rich, well-drained soil. You'll plant them from crowns, making sure the crown itself, the central point where the leaves grow from, is not buried. Once established, the plants will begin to produce runners. These are like little green tendrils that creep out along the ground, and when they touch the soil, they root and form a brand new strawberry plant. This is the plant's way of naturally multiplying itself, so a single patch can double or triple in size in just one season. To keep your strawberry patch productive, you'll want to manage these runners. You can either let them root to expand your patch, or you can snip them off to encourage the original plant to focus its energy on producing larger berries. After about 3 to 5 years, your original plants might start to tire out, but that's okay. You can simply use the new plants that have formed from the runners to start a fresh, vigorous new strawberry bed. It's a perpetual cycle of deliciousness, and it all starts with just a few plants. Number 8. Next up is a berry that is a staple of the home garden and an absolute joy to harvest. This is the raspberry. Unlike strawberries, raspberries grow on long woody stems called canes, and understanding the simple growth cycle of these canes is the key to a bountiful harvest year after year. There are two main types of raspberries. The first are called summer-bearing varieties, and they produce fruit on the canes that grew during the previous year. The second type are fall-bearing varieties, which produce fruit on the new growth from the current year. Once you know which type you have, the rest is incredibly easy. Raspberries are very forgiving plants. They love a spot with plenty of sunshine, and will thrive in a wide range of soil conditions. They do spread via underground runners, so you may want to contain them or plant them in a dedicated bed, where you can manage their growth. A simple trellis, or a series of posts with wire strung between them, is a great way to support the canes, and keep the fruit off the ground, making harvesting much easier. The magic of raspberries lies in the pruning, and it's much simpler than it sounds. If you have a fall-bearing variety, the easiest way to manage them is to simply cut all the canes down to the ground in late winter. This method ensures you get one big crop in the fall. If you have a summer-bearing variety, you'll prune them right after they finish fruiting. The old 2-year-old canes that produce the fruit will start to look brown and woody. You can cut those down to the ground and leave the new green canes to grow and produce fruit for you the following year. This simple annual pruning ritual ensures that your raspberry patch remains healthy and productive for decades. A single raspberry patch can produce for well over 20 years, providing you with a constant supply of these delicate sweet berries. There's nothing quite like walking out to your garden and picking a handful of sun-warmed raspberries for a snack. It's a true taste of timeless gardening. Number 9. Our final perennial crop, and the perfect capstone for our list, is the powerhouse of the garden, the blueberry. A single blueberry bush can live and produce for decades, in some cases for over 50 years, making it a true legacy plant for your home. These shrubs are incredibly beautiful, with their delicate spring blossoms, delicious summer berries, and brilliant red fall foliage. The key to successfully growing blueberries lies in understanding one crucial requirement: they must have acidic soil. Unlike most other garden plants, blueberries thrive in a soil pH between 4.5 and 5.5. If your soil isn't naturally acidic, don't worry. You can easily adjust it by adding a few amendments, like elemental sulfur or peat moss, or by using a fertilizer specifically designed for acid-loving plants. This is a simple step, but it's non-negotiable for a healthy, productive bush. While most blueberry bushes are technically self-pollinating, you will get a significantly larger and better-tasting harvest by planting at least 2 different varieties. This cross-pollination ensures a much more bountiful yield. Blueberries also love full sun and a thick layer of mulch, which helps to retain moisture and keep the soil acidic. Harvesting blueberries is a wonderful experience. They don't all ripen at once, so you'll be able to enjoy a continuous harvest over a few weeks. You'll know a berry is ready when it's a deep blue color and comes off the stem easily with a gentle tug. If you have to pull on it, it's not ready yet. A well-sited and properly cared for blueberry is an investment that will pay off for a lifetime. You'll never have to buy a pint of blueberries again, and you'll have a constant supply of these antioxidant-rich, delicious berries. It's the ultimate example of planting once and harvesting forever. There you have it. 9 incredible perennial crops that can transform your garden into a truly timeless, self-sustaining food source. We've covered everything from the king of the vegetables, asparagus, to the backyard powerhouse of blueberries, along with a host of incredible herbs and berries in between. The beauty of perennial gardening isn't just in the delicious harvest, but in the freedom it provides. Imagine saving countless hours of planting, weeding and replanting, and saving money you would have spent on seeds or seedlings. These plants build strong root systems year after year, making them more resilient, more productive, and less work for you. By adding even just 1 or 2 of these to your garden, you are investing in a future of effortless, homegrown food. I'd love to know which of these 9 crops you're most excited to plant, or if you have a favorite perennial that we didn't mention. Please share it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the world of timeless gardening, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Happy gardening.